Hi everyone, welcome back to Cast Off Saturday for April the 6th. Hope everybody has been having a wonderful week, and I hope everybody had a good Easter too. Me and my family had a wonderful one, and we were very blessed, so I hope you all were too, and it was good. I did not get a cast off done last week because I didn't get nothing done. I continued to work on my granny square blanket, but I didn't get it finished in time for Saturday, so I figured I would just wait till this week. So yeah, let's get started. I showed you guys the squares for this in my last cast off, so here we go. There's the baby blanket. It's just done in a basic granny square, and then I did the border in granny stitch as well. I used loops and threads, snuggly wuggly yarn, and brain freeze. Jenny Watson yarn. The Jenny Watson is the pink and the purple, and the snuggly wuggly is in the green and the yellow. And as you see, I just joined it together with Mikey's crochet method, and I did it in blue just to give it a bit of a color pop, make it a bit more interesting than just using white, which I typically do. So here's the border. For the border, I actually got inspiration from this on Craftsy or Pinterest, either one. I saw somebody had done something similar where they did 4 squares and then did the granny stitch in each of the colors they used for the squares. So I really liked that. I thought it was cool. So the first color I used was the blue that I used to join, and then I used the 4 colors of the squares to do a row of border. And it was really simple. After you join your squares together, I just started at a corner here, and then I just started working the granny stitch all around it for 5 rows of the colors I used. So it turned out really, really cute. I love it. So that's my blanket. And then my mom has one too. She's been working on this for the last 2 weeks. And this one is a knitted baby blanket. And she did striping and garter stitch for the top row. And then in the middle she used like a basket weave technique. And then she continued on with the striping pattern for the bottom. And on the 2 sides here, she just did a single crochet border just to even it off and make it look a little bit nicer. So that's my mom's blankie. And I believe for this one she used Karen Simply Soft, and the peach color is a Phoenix brand, if I'm not mistaken. So there's that one. I have one more item to show you guys, and it's not knit and it's not crochet. It's actually cross stitch. I've started another craft. I've seen some really cool patterns and designs on Pinterest and Craftsy of cross stitch and hand embroidery, and I really, really love it. And it's actually something that my mom has dabbled in for years, and my grandma does it as well. If you're watching me now, hi. I love you. She has done it. My grandma has done it for a while, and I really, really love it. I just didn't think I'd ever like it though. I'm kind of an impatient person when it comes to my projects. If I'm to do a project that'll take a couple of days or a week, that's where my comfort zone is. If I take on a bigger project, like a blanket or something like that, I find that if I put it down, it stays as a UFO for a long time, and I go to pick it up, I can't seem to get the inspiration to go at it. So I thought cross stitch would not be a thing for me because it is a little bit time consuming, but I liked it. I got this design from a designer called Rather Unseemingly on Craftsy, and it's a beginner cross stitch pattern. It was an Easter theme too, so I thought that was kind of fitting. So it took me about 3 solid days to do this. I rather enjoyed it. I found it to be a lot of fun. The only mistake that I think I made was this green egg here. The bottom of the egg is supposed to be even on the same line as the chick's feet, and I was 3 or 4 rows down too low, but it's still pretty cool. Not bad for a first project. I used DMC floss and 14 count Aida cloth to do this. And if anybody is interested in starting cross stitch, my tip would be to use 14 count Aida to do it on. There's 16 count, 18 count, and 27 count Aida. The smaller the count, the bigger that the square holes will be. And I don't think you guys would be able to see that, but there's these little squares that are in the cloth, and you go down into them to make your little X's for the stitch. It's very hard to do this if you don't have the Aida cloth, I find, because you don't really know where to put your stitches, and it's kind of hard to keep things evened out. There's another cloth that you can use in cross stitch. It's called Even Weave, and I actually got that first. I ordered some off of Etsy, and I was having a really hard time with it. I couldn't seem to do it, so I watched a video on YouTube, and they said beginners should use Aida, so I got it, and I agree, it's so much more easier. So yeah, that's my little cross stitch pattern. Another addiction. This week I will also be starting Aaron's 10,000 meter challenge. I haven't been able to start yet. I've been pretty late on getting started. So I was originally going to first do the Owl Babies Afghan, but I need to order the yarn from Knit Picks to do so, so I won't be able to do that for a couple of weeks. So I decided to start another project for the challenge, and I've decided to go for the Holbrook shawl, which is a lacy knit shawl I found on Craftsy. It's very, very gorgeous, and I'm a little nervous, to be quite honest, because number one, I've never done a shawl before, and number two, I've never done knitted lace before. So I'm kind of nervous that it's not going to turn out, but hey, you got to challenge yourself, right? So to do it, I got this very gorgeous yarn. There's the name of it. I will post it down below, and I will give you the link to where I got it from. It's just a very, very gorgeous variegated yarn. It's long strand variegated, so it changes over several rows of work. It's very, very gorgeous. It's this plummy purple, green, and I don't think you can tell it's too dark, but there's actually a really pretty blue in there somewhere. It's gorgeous when it's worked up, and y'all should check it out because they have some very fabulous color schemes for this yarn, and they all work up gorgeous. It is a fingering weight yarn, I believe. Yes. Yes, it is. 100% wool. Very, very gorgeous stuff, so you gotta check that out. That's what I will be starting and working on this week, and maybe another cross stitch. I don't know yet. I do too much, and I have too much UFO sitting around. So anyway, that's all I have for this week. Make sure you check the description box below. I will post the links for the cross stitch pattern and the yarn as well, where you can get it. Make sure you also check, because I will be listing all the other cast off crew members. You can go check out their sites, their channels, and check out what they're doing. We've got quite a few ladies and gentlemen, and they do awesome stuff. So go over, check them out, like them, and subscribe to them. Make sure you leave a comment below. I love hearing from you guys. It brightens my day, and I try to answer you guys as quickly as I can. I'm sorry if I'm late in replying, but I do read them all, and I love them, so thank you. So everybody have a good week. I will see you guys all next Saturday with another video, and yeah, I love you guys. Take good care, and I'll see you next week. Bye.